What up? Good morning, GMG. Hey, woo, baby. Oh, baby. Monday, January 20th, 2025. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler Mando. Good morning, boys. How you doing today?
Fantastic. What a fucking weekend. Honestly, man, like Friday night at 3 a.m., that coin comes. I said to my wife, I was like, oh my God, he's just fucked up every single person in crypto's weekend. Like, every single person in crypto was like going nuts on Friday, nuts on Saturday when I woke up, and then Sunday, the Melania coin. I was out for dinner. I was like, you know what? Finally over. I'd had a good weekend in the end. And then Melania dropped a coin. I come back. My phone was out of battery, and I was just at some Japanese restaurant. Came back, all my coins down 40%. I was just like, what has possibly happened? Like, yeah, AI and memes just got destroyed by the Trump family. Had a threesome with Melania and Trump this weekend, but I got fucked by both of them.
Yeah. That's a banger, by the way. You should probably post that one. I love that. Tyler, dude, this is like, well, first of all, happy MLK Day. You know, I know it's a holiday in the USA. Markets are closed, et cetera, et cetera. Happy Trump inauguration day. You got your Bitcoin hat on. I love that. Tyler, how are you feeling today?
What a fucking weekend. I think Amando nailed it. I think anyone who was in the trenches, excuse me, aged about a year, maybe a couple years this weekend.
You did.
Bitcoin all-time highs this morning. Today is a big day. Today is a very, very big day.
Oh, we hit all-time high this morning? Oh my God. Oh yeah, I was asleep still. Damn, let's go. Let's go. Mando quote of the day. I swear to God. Had a threesome with the Trumps, but I got fucked up. That's a banger. I mean, very few people can say that are threesome with the Trumps, Mando. So, well, except for like every single crypto Twitter participant. Anyways. So then on the show, listen. Then on the show, I think it's quite obvious, right? We're gonna do the market. We're gonna do the Tylers, but you know, we're pretty much just gonna talk about Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Barron Trump, the inauguration, Bitcoin reserve, Solana reserves. What's the third token? Oh, Ethereum. Yeah. ETH reserves. I'm kidding. ETH reserves. XRP reserves. I mean, we're going to talk about Fartcore. We're going to talk about everything today. So we got quite the programming for you guys today on this national holiday in the US of A. I mean, the inauguration is today. So Tyler, actually, I hope you got the schedule in front of you, because I'm curious how this whole thing runs today, when the executive orders are, this and that. I'm very curious to see the programming for today in America. But before I get going, this show is powered by Galaxis. Galaxis is a Web3 platform empowering creators and brands to build unstoppable communities with full ownership and independence, trusted by icons like Donald Trump, Steve Aoki, Mike Tyson, and the NBA, shaping together the future of engagement. Boy, oh boy, for a second, when they said that Trump's team that did the NFTs launched a coin, I was like, did Galaxis launch this coin, not tell us? But turns out it was another one of his teams. So I was like, okay. I did think about Galaxis for a second. I was like, really? Anyways, also powered by Fairside Network. Every day we see people's wallet get drained. Fairside is about to launch a fair alternative for insurance for crypto scams. Check out Fairside Network on X. If you get drained, you won't get wrecked. Mando. Let's see what you got today.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
Yeah, so I'll just focus on the majors for now. So obviously, Bitcoin all-time high today. 60% chance of a reserve on Polymarket at the moment in the first 100 days. So big increase in those odds. Bitcoin mooned, having touched 99K yesterday, liquidated nearly $1 billion, or just over $1 billion worth of perps just before it hit all-time high. Kind of classic that, really. Solana also all-time high. I don't want to kind of go into what Tyler was saying, but yeah, that was all to do with what's happened with the Trumps this weekend. You have all-time highs for DEX volume. You have all-time highs for fees, all-time highs for TVL. just insane amounts of activity going on Solana right now. I think, I was very bullish on Solana before over the last few weeks, saying, look, I thought it was undervalued, it looks completely mispriced. And then within the space of 2 days, it hit all-time high. I think this can keep going. Like, yeah, it hit all-time high. The underperformance is now over. The unlocks will probably, there'll be some FUD around them again now. But it's very, like, of what I think we could see here, I think Solana can easily go up to 500 here. So in the short term, that is. I think people are getting super bullish on it for the medium term here. ETH, I think, is down 4% over the weekend. ETH BTC hit the lowest level in 4 years over the weekend again. Obviously missing out on a lot of firstly the DEX activity, and then secondly the fact that it was done on Solana versus ETH, I think, was seen as kind of slightly negating the World Liberty Financial actions. Although there was some light stuff going on there, and some of the headlines or rumors we may be seeing are around that. They've obviously, World Liberty Financial, which is the entity tied to the Trumps, in particular Eric Trump, has been buying ETH and is claiming some big stuff coming today. Trump is saying he's going to do 200 executive orders today on day one. 200. So we could see a crazy amount of stuff. This is going to range over a ton of different things, but it feels like it could be crypto. We could get stuff around US protection, as Tyler said. A lot more talk around the idea for tax breaks for some of these companies, and or maybe even zero capital gains, although I doubt you'll get zero capital gains, but who knows. Look at that.
Crazy. What a breakout. Like, we drew this line on the show on Friday, I think, morning, and then it just broke out. And then retested it last night. Everybody got shaken, and then just back to all-time high this morning.
All Trump high. And then we get a
Trump high. I've never heard that one. Wait, you came up with this?
No. That was a meme. That was a meme for one day. All Trump high.
All Trump high is great. ATH, all Trump high. I hope he should. You're bangers today, man. Though, Jesus, you're on a heater. You should tweet those.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should get some Yap points.
Yes, you should.
I'm trying to say what else is macro. It's a US holiday today, so everyone's at home to trade. This made front page news. Some of the Trump stuff, like front CNBC, front of the FT, front of even BBC News. Like, this was huge news. I think you're about to see just insane amounts of activity. I've been pretty vocal on the timeline that I think what we saw was like a PvP of everything else. Like, Trump is now like the biggest coin on Solana, basically, or its FTV is 50 billion.
Let's go there. Let's just go there, because I know you and Tyler are going to talk about this.
Go, and then we can have a broader conversation about it.
Fuck. There you go. I just brought. Do you guys see it? There it is.
No. Trump, I think Tyler should do his top 1,000.
He doesn't have it today.
Yeah, all day. We're not doing the 1,000.
It's my bad. No 1,000. We're going to.
There was really one story, and it had several parts.
Take us top down. You know what? Let's do this, Tyler. Take us top down from how the weekend played out from Friday.
So Friday night, I think it was like 8 p.m. Central, so 9 p.m. Eastern. Get the ping in the chat. Trump coin. It was 700 million market cap when I saw it, so 70 cents. That was the first time. It starts going up. Disclosure, I buy a little, and then if you're following it live, that 30 to 45 minute window, it was very shaky if it was real or not. So at one point, the DEX screener page updated. It said eCash, and there was FUD like all over Twitter. It dumped like 60%. So I bought and I sold the first dump. And then it started going back up again. And then it was 2. And then it was 3. And then it was 4. And then, so the True Social page was the first page to share. And then the Trump official Twitter retweeted it. And then folks started seeing the website. The website has the tokenomics. And effectively, if you were watching it live, the longer that the tweet was up, that seemed like signal that it was likely legitimate. And then I think like 30 minutes later, people started kind of analyzing the website, and they tied it back to some of the similar potential team that was tied to the entities. So about 90 minutes in, it seemed like it was legit. At that point in time, it was probably already $4 to $5. Like anyone who was around that night had a chance to buy it at $6, I think. I understand like if you didn't get it at $6 or less, but there was definitely a window where you could have bought it around $6 if you were online and paying attention.
Yeah.
So I say up till about midnight or so. It just seems like as time progresses, it seems more and more like this is legitimate. I think go to bed, we wake up the next morning and it's what, like 15-20. And then I forget how high I went the first day. It starts kind of falling. We go to bed, Saturday night. And it was like, I think consolidating like 20, 25. My range of outcomes was anywhere from 40 to 15 waking up Sunday morning. We wake up, Binance News, and it's 70. And it's just total gangbuster euphoria for anyone who had bought the token and held it
Nuts.
that long.
Nuts.
So we're feeling great. It starts to pull back on Sunday, like normal dips, right? People are up literally tens of millions on the token at this point. We start grinding back up. It's back at 75. And all the Trump chats are like, okay, this is where we're going to move to 100 here Sunday afternoon. And then the second token drops. So Melania comes out and pretty much like instant verification that this one is real. I don't think people really hesitated to think that this one was fake. And you see the Melania candle. It went from Trump goes from 75 to 30. I know 30 because I'm in chats with the folks who got sells at 30. I actually sadly sold a small chunk at 30 myself. And then it started rebounding from there. Meanwhile, Solana starts breaking a little bit. So Solana held up incredibly well during the Trump token launch.
The Melania candle on Solana is crazy.
Trump plus Melania overloaded it. It was very hard to buy the Melania token. It was very hard to sell the Trump token. Most people were just kind of locked. It was just basically like gridlock on Solana for a solid hour or so, I'd say. Meanwhile, Melania just marches up. Like I think if you caught Melania, I think you had a legit chance to buy Melania around 1 or 2 if you were online when it happened.
Oh yeah. Dude, I was trying like crazy, just couldn't. But actually, no, you couldn't, bro. Because like it was, I don't know how you got yours through, but like at $1, $2, and that would have been an insane trade. But I was firing, dude. I was firing 50, 100K clips. It kept coming back. Failed. I have like 20 failure clips of Melania between 1 to 3. I tried so hard. The other D5 is funny. Nothing worked.
After about an hour or so, we Solana starts working again. Melania continues to grind up. Trump seems to have found a bottom at like 40, upper 30s, and then it basically grinds up. We get the Robinhood listing overnight. It jumps to 60, pulls back this morning, and then kind of hovering around 50 here this morning. But that's what happened with the price action. What it did is ignite just a firestorm of discussion, debate. Did this delegitimize the entire crypto sector? Once again, we have a Sunday where, half the time I felt like they were calling top last night. Like people were like, sell everything.
Yeah.
It's max short. Crypto is over. And literally 2 weeks in a row, we've had that sentiment before the Monday candles.
Insane.
So it's a longer discussion. There's certainly a lot to unpack
unpack. Let me tell you something. Speaking of unpacking, the guy who bought $1 million worth just finished selling on Robinhood this morning for $300 million.
Oh my gosh.
So this guy bought $1 million worth at launch at 18 cents. And he's walking away making $300 million.
You basically, like, that's an insider, right? Like If
I mean,
you fire,
that's soon, right? Yeah, it's got to. I mean, I'm assuming I don't want to like call it an insider or accuse anyone, but like that was really like we got it at 700 mil. That's when I first like heard wind of it, like you. Like it was like 700 because I think it might have been you, dude. It was so everything was so fast. It could have been you, could have been Mando. I forget. It was one of you guys. Just saw it. My ass was sitting at the Ritz having an espresso martini when this came out. One day I come out of my house. I don't leave my house. If you know me, you know I don't leave the house. And this happens. And then I hesitated, didn't go home. I caught obviously a really, really big trade after that on the Saturday night to Sunday morning. Sold the top. But that was nuts. I mean, what happens now, guys?
there's a lot of variance in potential outcomes here. And I've seen a lot of takes. I think if we start with the Trump token specifically.
That's not what happens now to Trump token. And then let's discuss, because I know Mando and you and I were just talking about this, like AI. And then I'm like, let's start with the Trump token. I'm curious your thoughts, both of you. Then let's discuss the rest of the market, because it has a lot of repercussions on the market.
Sure. I'm still bullish the Trump token. Disclosure, I've sold about 50% of what I bought Friday night. I'm still holding 50%.
Good shit.
I think there's a real scenario where this still becomes the #1 meme coin. I think crypto Twitter is largely overreacting to the Melania token drop. I don't think the retail buyers, there are 850,000 owners of the Trump token. Like, let's talk about that for a second. There's 850,000 owners. It's 2.5 days old. So retail like clearly came in to buy the Trump token. Like, I think Moonshot said they onboarded like 400,000 wallets or something.
I was talking to Keith Grossman earlier, and he's going to the inauguration today with Ivan, the founder of MoonPay. And he said that they only slept 2 hours over the weekend to make sure that even MoonPay could stay up during the Trump launch. Sorry, Keith, if I'm doxing what you told me, but it's kind of like crazy news, right? And he's in Washington for the whole thing. Crazy to think that when you think about it, that's how much volume there was. They had to stay up to make sure MoonPay would stay up. And MoonPay is very solid.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to them for doing that, and like they're a huge part of it. Like, I feel like so many teams like literally worked the whole weekend to make this like possible. Like Jupiter, and I forgot part of the story was Jupiter basically endorsed the token Saturday morning. So that's when we really knew it was official. When they did that, but so like we have retail here for the first time. Like half of the CT rhetoric for the last cycle has been like retail's never coming back. Retail came back, and they bought the Trump token. And I think the bull case is if Trump talks about his token at all over the next few weeks, months, that's a pretty strong bull case. I think there's a chance he talks about it today. We have, so I guess the tokenomics are a part of it. Only 20% circulating, 80% locked up. The unlocks start linearly in 3 months. That still feels like an eternity away. So this is our supply for the next 3 months. And then you can address the unlocks when they come. There's a lot of things they could potentially do with it. A lot of ways they could potentially endorse it. The bear case is if there's a new Trump family token launched every day, that's probably going to hurt the Trump token, because I think people will just sell and chase the new one. And maybe eventually, when the new ones are less profitable, maybe they rotate back to the top one. I don't know. There's a lot of ways it could play out.
Mando, what do you think? What do you think? I think it's the Trump token now. Like it's sitting at what? 51 billion, 50 bill.
Yeah, Trump I think is going higher. I don't see a world where it doesn't go higher. I do think that makes Solana look unbelievably cheap.
Agreed.
Like
Trump is half of Solana.
Yeah, if this gets to 100, then Solana's going to look ridiculous. But that like actually says quite a lot, right? It's almost too big for Solana. What we've seen is just like every other Sol back just completely nuked because it's just too big for Solana. So what we are hopefully now going to see is a huge amount of TVL come on Solana, a huge amount of trade is going to come on Solana. But I think what the market has been realizing, maybe after Trump, there was like the AI coins rebounded pretty well. And Some memes did. You know, it was like, oh, we're gonna have to see a rotation. And just before Melania came out, I was like, we started to see a rotation. You know, like Chill Guy did like a 40% candle. Mudang did a huge candle. Goat did a huge candle. All the bags which are like down, you start to see rotation for, right? Then I went out for dinner, and then Melania does her coin, and everyone suddenly realizes that every single time one of these coins comes out, we're just going to nuke the coins 30% because it's just, there's just not enough liquidity. So
BL and volume on Sol.
I came away from it being like, and this is a thought I was having late last week, even with the AI stuff, is that, you know, maybe Sol DeFi was the trade, was more interesting here, and that's why I've started to look at it a little bit more, just because I just think that people are. I'm scared to own a Solana coin in big size. Like I have to have conviction right now, because it's like I owned ARK, right? And ARK is I feel like one of my best trades. It dropped 45% because Melania dropped a token. Like what the fuck does that mean?
It's scary. You never know when the next coin's gonna go. It's like landmines. Like Baron Trump may have a coin in the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Elon.
I owned it through the Trump, and I was like, oh, this is really bullish because Trump's just said. And then, but when it dropped on the Melania stuff, I was like, huh. You know, that's a bit of a game changer. Like, so when Elon drops a coin, or is everything just going to nuke 50% again? When, like, this is going to be open season, right? Cuba just launched a fucking coin this morning. The country of Cuba. So
was that a hack or was that real?
Didn't that rug as well?
That was a hack. Yeah.
It seems like it. Wait, is that the? I don't know. I don't want to share the wrong shit on camera, but it did look cute. Dude, Che Guevara died for this. Honestly, Canada should drop a coin at this stage. That's the only thing that can save us. If I become the 51st governor of the first governor of 51st state of the United States of America, I will drop a token and I will flip the market cap of Canada, which was $2.4 trillion right now. Obi, there he is. There's the man. Oh, dude, what's your take on all this shit? I know you're deep in the trenches right now. Like, we're just talking about Trump, etc., and what we think happens now. Like, what now?
I can't believe I saw the Trump coin and I was like, nah, it's fake. It's posted on Truth, and I just went to bed.
Oh no!
It was just one of those moments. It's kind of like when I'm into Bored Apes. I could have just gone to bed, but I just decided to stay up for 10 more minutes. It's one of those moments where I was like, just for like 20 seconds differential, like, because none of my chats were talking about it then, so that's how early it was. I could have, obviously, and I had like some money in stables with me as well, so I like had the liquidity to go big in it. But whatever, it is what it is. I think now my take on it now is that I think it seems like Melania is run by a different team. I read some threads saying like they have completely different agencies that they work with, and the Melania NFTs were launched by someone else other than Trump, a different team to the Trump NFTs and all that kind of stuff. So I think it should be viewed as separate. And I think the Melania Trump differential, the spread, is like too narrow right now. Like, I think
why is this your take of the whole fucking weekend? Is Melania versus Trump differential trade is off?
I just look. I think
sexist to say.
At the end of the day, right? Who cares about Melania? Like, Trump is going to be. But I'm serious. Trump is. She was not even in any of the election campaign at all.
I know, but like, who cares, dude?
Trump is going to be like.
Have you seen her? Would you fade this?
Yes.
Melania is going to zero, right? No doubt.
I actually agree with that take.
Pay attention to where Melania is.
Man, Obi's got a point, dude.
So I think you have to, and when it was at about 25, I was like, should I buy it? Then I thought, no, like it's gone too high. So, fully mid curving it. I think you just have to like forget about the market cap, forget about the number, and just realize that this thing is going to be like the number one mind share thing. Like, it's going to dominate everything. Like, I was super bullish on AI, and I still am. I think profits from this will rotate back into AI, but this came completely left field and no one really saw it coming, and you just can't really ignore it. We're only like 2 or 3 days into this now, right? And today's the inauguration, and then God knows what the fuck shit he's going to be saying on like like I think people forget how crazy he was when he was tweeting, like back in 2016 to 2020. Like I was at Barclays and I'd be sitting at my desk with like Twitter up, watching Trump tweets because it would move like the markets that I was trading, which was like a liquid high yield credit, right? So now think about there being a meme coin and he's just going to be, you know, saying random shit all day. Like it's hard to see any other token that's going to have any other thing, asset that's going to have as much mind share as this. And this is not just like crypto. This is going to be across like everything, and everyone is going to be talking about it. So I'm kind of, for me, I'm looking at the circulating market cap number a bit more rather than the fully diluted number. So what is it now? Like around 10 billion, 11 billion? Like,
yeah.
So
10.
before things vest, and before they announce if there's going to be an airdrop to NFTs or anything like that, I think we're going to have a period of like just trading this circulating number. And that's a number that I think could potentially like, I don't know, it could 3 to 5x here. Like it's obviously not as,
So flip Solana.
So
yeah, I think it could. I think,
No,
but that's remember
Solana.
that's FTV. That's not. I'm talking about the circulating number here. FTV
yeah.
could, but it's 85% locked, right? Like you
It's
can't
not.
really. It's not an FTV coin right now. It will be at one point, but it's not right now. I think so.
So quickly, because Manda, I know you got to go in 5 minutes, and I want to hear Tyler and Ovi's thoughts on that because you guys have been deep in the AI trade. What does that mean for this narrative now, Mando? Because I see TG, I see Freg, U3, every MFer that's big in the AI trade now, all in this Trump stuff. You know what's next for those AI bags? No, Mando, you and I were talking about this pre-show.
The memes I sold on my utility AI coins, I full ported Radium.
Wow.
Yeah, I went big into Radium this morning. You may have seen some candles.
Mando candles on Radium this morning went insane. I looked at them happen in real time.
I find it really difficult to hold stuff. And let me just pitch you Radium for a minute, okay? Because it's important to know why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
Radium is a DeFi coin, okay? Everyone hates DeFi coins, they're mid-curve, whatever. The reason why they were often mid-curve to a certain extent was because they were always these like weird governance coins that no one had any value over. What we saw with Hyperliquid recently is that these sort of buyback coins where everyone's like, you're going to make the money of the protocol. They can actually have an okay narrative, right? You own the casino. Radium has done that. So 12% of all the fees they make go back to the casino, go back to directly buybacking Radium. And you can see their wallet. Like you can bring up that wallet. I think I tweeted
Yeah, you sent it to me. I'm looking for it right now. Yeah.
You can open up at any day, and they are just swapping right now Trump for Ray all day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this trades at $2 billion FTV. For comparison, $3.5 billion FTV, $2 billion current market cap. For comparison, Jupiter trades at 11, Hyperliquid trades at 23. Radium is making the most fees in crypto by a mile. Right? It's actually nearly making as much as Tether some days. Now, we're always like, oh, well, we always trade on Jupiter. You may not know this, but like Jupiter is not a DEX. It is an aggregator. So when you go onto Jupiter, Jupiter charges 0 fees. So this is why Jupiter never comes up on any of the fees stuff. It charges for perps, which is why I own JLP, right? Because the fees from Jupiter perps go into JLP. But for spot trading, they charge no fees. They only charge them for, I think, DCA trades and I think maybe some limit orders. But the vast majority of fees on Jupiter, they go to Radium. 50%, or I think it's nearly 60% of all the trades that you think you're doing on Jupiter goes to Radium, and that's where the fees go. Remember, Radium is directly plugged into Pump Fund, so any coin that's released on Pump Fund goes directly into Radium. So it has this like ingrained place in Solana DeFi. Has the highest TVL, highest volume as well, and it trades at 2 billion, and it's buying back millions per day at the moment. So if you think we're going to go through this period of, yeah, another Trump person's going to release a coin, maybe like Elon releases a coin, it made $35 million in fees yesterday. Tether made $17 million, so it made 2x Tether. It made 10 times what Hyperliquid made yesterday, and it's done that 2 days in a row. So if you think we're going to go through a period here of that going higher, I don't know. I think that thing can go up a lot. So that's why I did it. I was like, I don't want to risk Baron releasing a coin and everything's nuking 50%. I want to own a bit of the casino, and for me, raise a bit of the casino.
Strong thesis. Strong thesis. I like it. So you're concerned about the AI side of things.
I'm not concerned about AI. I'm concerned about Baron Trump releasing a coin.
Yeah, dude.
I like my AI coins, but if people are going to nuke ARK 40% because Melania dropped a coin, like, what the fuck am I meant to do? Like,
And this is a very fair take. I would be very worried as well. On that, I mean, Farcoin, everything went down on the Trump. It was like Farcoin went down to like $1 when Trump dropped, and then when the second, coin hit, that also went down quite a bit. So it kind of nuked absolutely everything. I don't know. Do you know, Obi? It's tough. It's tough to be bearish on Melania after all these. She looks like you look at her pictures like, damn, bro.
I'm not bearish on her. I'm also not bearish on the AI stuff. I think I feel like the move might be, and obviously it was better to do this 2 days ago than it is to do it now. But I feel like the move might be to rotate some AI stuff, the Solana AI stuff, I would say, to Trump, ride that Trump move higher, and then buy, AI stuff that's beaten down, majorly off the highs. Because I do think I think this will create a lot of liquidity and capital, and I don't think the AI narrative is by any means over. I still think it's going to be a major point of this cycle, but this Trump thing is going to just dominate everything for a while, I think. So,
yeah, no, definitely, it's pretty wild. Tyler, what's your take on this trade? Because I know you guys been deep in this.
Yeah, I generally agree. I think the markets hate uncertainty. I think there's two big pieces of uncertainty right now. One is, are there going to be more Trump family coins like this week? Just the potential that there might be has people in stables and waiting. Two is, are we going to have a strategic reserve today? And what does that mean for this AI? Like, is everyone going to sell their AI bags to rotate to Bitcoin and any other potential majors that are included in that? But those are two major pieces of uncertainty that will be resolved in the next few days, most likely, one way or another. So my take is the AI trade is on pause right now. And I think we're probably going to see people clip out in the near future. These teams aren't going away by any means. Attention has gone away 100%. Like, what's the timeline? It's Trump, Melania, crime season. That's all anyone's talking about, right? Like, no one's talking about, oh, this new hot AI dev has 100 stars on GitHub. Let's all roll into his coin here today.
Minus Rect, that just dropping some art. I'm just putting it out there. The AI is dropping art.
Trump wrecked barbell portfolio.
There you go.
That's basically what I have right now. So.
I love that. Obi's all in Trump and Rect.
Yeah.
That is so good. We can talk about this after. I actually really like this stuff that you just dropped, that his AI now launches his own art, which is super cool. But we have stats on the show. Puck 9059. Did you catch this trade? What's up with you? We have we have to get another American on the stage right now. I mean, what's up with that?
What's up, man? Wait, so what's the question here?
What's your take on all this Trump stuff? Did you get into this trade? Did you get into the Melania trade? Like, how's your weekend been with that?
So I had a hockey game that on Friday night, came back, and it was like at 9 billion, 10 billion. Everyone was talking about it. It had already 2x or whatever. And yeah, I bought some. I bought some. I never buy enough to like make a difference for me, but I buy enough that I'm like, all right, this clearly is the meta right now. And I think it was in this perfect blend, this perfect situation of like, obviously this is ridiculous, but who knows, maybe this will be important to the presidency. Maybe there's something a little bit more than just kind of trying to monetize his crypto fans, and then, so it kind of just had all the pieces you need to moon like crazy. And it went from 9 billion to 72 billion FDV in the course of 36 hours. And then when he dropped Melania, I was just shocked. I was like, this is just the most boomer dumb move that I've ever seen. This is what my dad would
I
do.
was so
This
pissed.
is what the other 70-year-olds in my life would do. It's just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And it kind of made a mockery of the whole situation. You know, it's just like, it made it clear that the whole point here was to monetize us before we started. And, you know, so at that point, I was like, all right, you know, I think I sold a little bit of what I had. I was, you know, Tyler, I was in the chat with Tyler. He's like, gotta buy Melania here. You know, he's always thinking about the next move. I'm thinking about like my analysis. So that's like the difference between me and Tyler.
You got to put the analysis aside, guys. You guys are like too statistical with your tweets.
It's not even statistical. It's not even statistical. It's just almost like, it's just like thinking big picture. But at the same time, you have, you know, the single most powerful person who on the entire planet, and probably the most powerful person this planet has seen for many decades, you know, just launched a meme coin, wants number to go up, you know, is very willing to break norms in the process. It's pretty hard. You know, it's pretty hard to get too aggressive in betting against any of this stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's
and you probably want to bet with it. And then I saw it on Robinhood this morning. I like Robinhood, so it's just the easiest place for me to buy crypto because do it on my phone. I got the money there. You know, it's easy. It reports taxes for me, so I don't have to worry about
easy.
You know, fucking that up. So
you're quick with that, Robinhood, guys. Robinhood's not quick like that usually. Same for Coinbase.
I think this was just a no-brainer here. It's like, yeah,
I'm just saying, they're a little slower usually. That's when you know it's like really legit. Like, because for me, I took that trade on Saturday night. Like, I went crazy big on Trump on Saturday night, and I went to sleep just because of that. Like, I saw the Coinbase news, and I was like, wait, it's like 1 a.m. Binance and Coinbase just announced. Thankfully, I was awake, and I'm like, what's gonna happen on Sunday morning? You know?
Well, I think with these exchanges, it's like you're worried. A, is this popular and going to do fees? B, is it going to get us in trouble? Okay, the president's token. No, it's not going to get you in trouble to list it. The number one person in the country, it's his name. 2, it's doing more fees than pretty much anything in history. So obviously, you're just going to rush that. Like that's not too surprising. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. I had some people saying after Robinhood that was the final catalyst, but obviously it feels a little silly when he's about to be president for 4 years and it's named after him. So, but Tyler, I'm curious your thoughts on AI tokens, because I think the thing about AI tokens is that
they're all out, like, bro. All of them. Everyone's out of AI.
But the bull narrative was always a joke. Like these were just meme coins. It's like, yes, it's the utility's a joke. These are clearly attention-driven meme coins, and the bots are good at getting attention. And the whole cabal was out, not the cabal, but everyone was out there talking about like how great they are. Like that's just like the crypto pump. But once that goes away and there's no there, it's very, very hard to recover. You know, and right now it's clear that degen attention is a limited resource. Degen money is a limited resource. Like, yes, more money comes in, but those guys aren't going to be out there buying AI16Z. Like the people buying the Trump coin aren't something like, oh shit, I love Trump, but now what I really like is AI16Z. Like that's not happening. So all that, like all the attention that we had has gone to this new thing of like politics tokens. So what brings the attention back? Like I find like attention and pumps are kind of dream driven. And when that dream goes away, if there's not like what Amanda was saying about Radium, like real fees and real buybacks that like pump something, which like, what is it that creates the second mountain?
No, I think you're spot on. And like right before you joined, I basically gave my take that I think the meta is on pause.
Well, let's look at.
I mean, I've said like this is a bubble, and I thought the bubble was going to get bigger, but this is a potential like black swan.
It was lower last Monday though, right, guys? Like it went to 10 bill.
It went to 10. I think it's coming back. You know, it just made too much of an impact to disappear. And I think there were very few things that could have stopped this movement. And one of those few things is Donald Trump launching a fucking coin. But
it's followed by Melania. Like that doesn't.
I do think this is going to create a lot of liquidity across crypto, and I do think a lot of people who are big in AI sold to buy this, and a lot of them will rotate some profits back into AI. I do think that's going to happen. So it's just a case of like timing that move, because I think the same people who are pushing AI will continue to push AI once they've made money on this Trump thing. But right now it just feels like the move is people want to full port Trump, make that money, and then put it into other stuff. And I do think I think AI will have another resurgence, and it's just a case of the Trump trade from here is maybe you're looking at like 2, 3, 4x, maybe 10x if you think you're like absolutely insane. Whereas this AI stuff, there's probably a lot of 50 to 100x's out there that you can gamble on smaller size. So I do think capital comes back here because it's a different risk return profile than Trump is right now. Because for Trump, I think you have to play it on larger size to make good money. Whereas I don't think you'll have to, but you can get a lot of people coming in. So I do think it will come back. I don't think it's going to disappear. I think these agents will get better in terms of doing cool shit. I think we launched something today that was quite cool, and I do think it's going to come back. It's just a case of, do you want to gamble by like selling it now, going into Trump and hoping to buy it back lower, or if everyone's going to do that, will you just miss that low? I think, but that AI agent market cap is going to north of 100 billion, 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. It's just a question of when. I think
bold 100 billion. He said. You guys hear that? That's bold. I'm more like in the 40-50 bill range, like NFTs went. But I like that prediction. I think it's gonna. I totally go with Ovi's takes. By the way, he's in my opinion, he's so right. Like, if you like, what changed in the conviction level, right? Like for me, like obviously, like my only coin is in there is like Farcoin, whatever. So you can call it AI, you can not call it AI, but like it's like okay, it went down, and I'm like, well, my conviction didn't change. If I thought it was going to $5 yesterday, I still think it's going to $5 today. Like I don't care. So surely your conviction on some of these shouldn't change. If AI, like ARC, AI XBT, what else is there? AI 16Z,
Yeah. So I think Stats makes a good point though. Like, let's be realistic about it. Like the numbers are like artificially high, right? Like there's nothing backing up AI 16Z trading at a $2 billion valuation. Right. So like that, you can have conviction in a team and be bullish on them, but that's also different from where it's been trading at. So like, I think, and that's part of the bear case he's laying out, right? That basically once the bubble bursts, it's hard to get to blow the bubble back up.
And what makes you so bullish, OSF? Because this is like, I haven't seen anything in this space that is value creating other than ability to generate attention. Ability to generate attention and FOMO.
That's literally it. But that's.
So
I think.
What about these things is specifically good at that game?
Well, I think that's exactly it. Like for me, it's not really about the tech. Like I don't think. Like I wrote a long post about it earlier in the year, and some of this tech is cool, but these are guys who are obviously way behind OpenAI, and all these guys have been pouring billions of dollars into AI for the last decade, right? It doesn't even scratch the surface there. However, compared to the AI move last year, when it was not really that tangible, these agents are tangible. You can like see them. People are seeing what AI XBT is doing, and to your point, they're great at getting attention. And I just think from a top-down view, crypto is all about the intention game, and right now it's with Trump. So I think you will see like cooler stuff get launched where you start maybe having some like actual agents that are like trading and have full autonomy over their wallets and stuff like that. Like it's pretty cool, and I think it will garner a lot of attention. I think it will become the next like casino. Like I think the casino in 2017 it was ICOs, 2020 it was DeFi, 2021 it was NFTs, 2024 it was meme coins, and it felt like for 2025 it was about to be AI agents under the guise of this tech is really good, but really it's just like gambling attention, hyper gambling attention. And then we just had a black swan with Trump. But I do think it will go back to that, just because the mindshare, you can't really ignore the mindshare numbers prior to this, which was insane. It was like 70-75% mindshare on just AI.
It's interesting hearing this Trump thing be called a black swan, because he's going to be president for the next 4 years. Like he's going to be president. He's going to be talking about crypto a lot. Like he's very spontaneous. You never know what's going to happen. He's going to be surprising us constantly. Like this ain't like a one and done type of what the fuck moment.
It is, but I think by that argument, it's also saying like, okay, it's just going to be Trump and Trump coin, and the rest of crypto is dead. I think. No,
it's not just Trump and Trump coins, but he's going to be directing our attention in very random places. I think they're like, I'm curious how much he's actually going to direct towards Trump coin. I mean, he launched ordinals 2 weeks ago, and he's not talking about those. Like, who knows where the attention is going to be going? I just think we're going to be getting whiplashed a lot, And to me, I saw this weekend, like everyone's just like, what can I do to please you? Like, how can I make money off your power? And he's going to be playing games with that sentiment, I think, all over the place.
Yeah. By the way, just one thing to note on that 100 billion number, don't forget, it doesn't have to come from existing coins increasing in market cap. It can also come by new coins entering
It
the
wasn't.
index.
Yeah, right.
Batsup Yum's taking the opposite side here.
I knew
Batsup
Bats would be here. I knew it.
We should get Batsup. You should get
But
Batsup on
Batsup
this
is
topic.
bearish
He's
though.
the
Like,
bomb.
I love
He's a
Batsup, but like honestly, anyone who's bearish into today, I'm not taking into account their takes. At all.
Muted and blocked. Muted and blocked.
But straight up, dude, like all of a sudden, motherfuckers that's like the bearish today. 3 days ago, people are like there's gonna be executive orders on Bitcoin on the 20th, and yesterday night, people like what? All of a sudden, these executive orders have been deleted. Like what they put into the machine, like they're done. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just found that funny in that sense, even though like the volatility on this market is absolutely insane. Question for you guys, and I have another thing to ask you all is: do you guys think, because this is the market we opened this morning, is Donald Trump going to mention the Trump token during the inauguration? 28% of Myriad users are saying yes.
That's the right percent. I think. I wouldn't. I think it's like a fun, like cheeky bet. I'm not putting like real capital at that, just because you get liquidated
points,
if
so
you
you're
lose.
good.
But I mean, if he does, like it's gonna 2x, right?
You know, so that could be interesting. And also, a point to one of our listeners right now, David Sachs is the AI crypto Caesar. The meta is 100% coming back. I mean, hey, Trump AI, Ovi, that could set it to 100 bill.
Yeah.
So are people here like what was the conclusion? Are like should people be buying Trump right now? Or I mean, like, what was the conclusion here?
I think it's gonna go higher. I mean, it's crazy. I think you have to just switch off all prices, market cap, how much it's moved, all of that stuff, and just sort of like close your eyes and buy. Like I'm trying to like. Yeah,
we got Redbeard. We got Redbeard in the comments. I love Redbeard. Redbeard is saying,
you guys are not bullish enough.
Get me in this room. You guys are not bullish enough.
Right, 1 second, Benny. 1 second.
Kook is actively saying that Barron coin and Eric Trump coin are coming today. So
Benny, Benny, are you talking about the Trump token in particular?
No, he's talking about the crypto in general.
No, I mean, you're not bullish enough. I don't like, because people got to know what to buy. So if Benny's going to be in there talking so much shit, we got to hear what his.
Well, he's coming. Trust me, he's on his way.
Let's go.
Believe that. He's got the StreamYard link. This is so crazy, guys. I mean, I don't even know what to make of this.
Here's the thing though about the Trump token.
Still is wild.
He mentions it and it 2x's, like that's basically an option, because if he doesn't say anything, it's not like it's going to tank. I don't think.
Right.
Like I don't think the market's sitting here saying like, oh, he didn't say anything, now Trump token tanks. Maybe it does, but
I don't think he mentions it. By the way, I'm going to take the yes on Myriad just because it's got a good RR. But like,
he didn't even mention crypto in the entire RNC. He didn't mention crypto basically in any of his speeches.
He talked about Bitcoin yesterday,
and in his press conference, he didn't mention crypto once.
He talked about Bitcoin yesterday.
Yeah, well, now Bitcoin's getting a bit more. Holy fuck, boy. Benny, what's
Benny? Where's Benny gone?
I'm here.
Hey, Benny.
Do you see me?
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Okay. You are all not bullish enough. The sitting president of the United States of America, okay? Let me explain this to you. He is the most powerful human being in the world, okay? He launched a meme coin, a shit coin, a coin that has no intrinsic value, and it's at $12 billion or something, and you're all sitting there like, oh, maybe let's see where the charts take us. No charts. There's nothing. $100 trillion. Put your fucking nuts on the table. If you believe in anything, if you've believed in crypto, this doesn't make any sense. Literally everything we wanted to happen for so many years, okay, is finally happening, and everybody's questioning it. This is the time you put everything in it. Yeah, we might have some dips, but overall, we're going. This is the start of everything.
What 4 coins are you buying, Benny? What 4 coins?
Questioning it. It doesn't make any sense.
Give us 4 coins,
Ben.
Ben.
You're not listening. Buy everything. No, stop buying 1 coin. Buy it all. AI is going to go up. Memes are going to go up. DeFi is going to go up. ICO is going to go up. NFT, honey, 1 second. This is important. NFTs are going to go up. Okay? This is it. This is, I'm trying to save people. I'm trying to save Look at all these people I'm trying to see. They're selling. They're not buying. What are you doing?
No one's
What are you
selling.
people doing? Do you understand? For the next 6 months, we're about to have the most massive bull market that you have ever seen. It's going to melt your face into your nuts. And you're sitting here questioning things?
I agree with Benny.
What are you questioning?
It's our job to
This
question
is,
things.
this
Anna.
is, we should be bull talking the whole time. Stop worrying about your bags are down. Pick yourself up. Realize that you're gonna have another chance. Just because you maybe didn't miss, you missed one thing doesn't mean you're gonna miss all of it. This
That's
idea
it.
that you're like, oh, that's it, I'm out. You're out. You're out at the most important moment in the history of crypto. I mean, he's going.
I think
There's a
every
chance
single
he announces
person
a
on this
reserve.
stage,
Can you imagine
Benny,
he
every
announces?
person on the stage, every
No,
person on the
you're
stage
excited.
is
You need to
fully
be more
poured in.
excited.
Everyone's fully poured in.
No.
We're just talking about different tokens. A lot of shit's
But you're
going
not
down.
telling people.
You gotta get your
You're not
tokens.
excited enough. I need to hear the heart. Okay, you need to feel it. I don't feel it. You should be
He's like,
longing.
put the prize in
You
the
should
bag.
be. That's
And
it,
maybe
dude. I
especially-
sold my house.
Yeah.
Where do you live, by the way? Are your daughters in the streets? You
No,
good?
no. Well, Kara, you want to say hi?
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
We live in the snow now. We live in the snow. It's totally fine because one day I'll buy them a house with all the money I made. Okay? That's
that.
what's going on.
I love that. I
It-
love that.
my point is
Homeless
this.
on it.
You make money, you buy digital art, and you take profits. We are going to take profits on everybody else who's coming in, okay? When they announce Trump coin on Coinbase, you think your favorite racist uncle is not going to be like, yo, I got to buy that coin. Dude, you dump on him. This is the game. Crime is legal. We've all been waiting for this moment. I got to go play with my kids.
Have a good one. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was our resident bullish homeless Redbeard on the show. He's been coming on once a week.
Buy anything and everything, according to Benny.
He
It's
said
all-
buy everything.
Yeah.
Stats. Focus. You're not bullish enough.
I don't know what to say because I never like it when people come on and say buy NFTs because most NFTs go down, some go up. Like these are cop out statements. You got to tell us
He
what
said buy
tokens to
everything.
buy, and then we'll hold you to it.
Buy everything. You're not bullish enough.
But Farouk, in these bull markets, more shit that goes to zero is created than any other market. This is like you have to pick. Even in these markets, you have to pick the right stuff. You know, and
I pick my winners. I have my barbell.
that was what I was trying to get Benny to say. Is like,
Oh, no,
hey,
Benny buys, no, but Benny genuinely buys everything.
digital art. Should we buy chromie squiggles that have gone from 15 to 4 in the biggest bull
Benny
market
buys
ever? Is that
everything.
what he's saying?
Benny actually buys everything. Like everything. I think he probably has the
Well,
most
he buys all
massive
digital
portfolio.
art, but like I just
Everything.
wanted him to give us 4 tickers. 4 tickers or NFTs. That was all I wanted because that we can hold you to. That we can hold you to, Benny, if you're still out there.
He does look at like the long-term bull case. So like maybe this pulls us back to like a larger discussion.
Yeah.
If you think
Like, should we buy
Bitcoin's going
Pengu?
to go to, if you think Bitcoin's going to go to 150K in the next quarter because of a strategic reserve, if you think the Trump coin is going to create a lot of wealth on chain, eventually that will rotate. Like for the hyper near term, like we were talking about nuance, like should you hold your AI coin today or not? That is a much different conversation. Like,
Yeah.
the whole space is going to go up. And I don't know if Chill Guy is ever going to make a new all-time high. I would actually bet against it ever making an all-time high. So I don't think that bag is going to go up. But
Like-
if I think the AI sector is going to stick around, then it probably does go higher over time, right?
I agree with that, Tyler.
So just pull this up. That's all I need. That's the only chart that really matters right now, right? It's crypto total market cap.
Mm-hmm.
We're at $3.5 trillion this morning, right? That's where we are now. Where do you guys think it goes? My take going into the cycle was that we're going to $10 trillion.
That's a big move from here, right? Like from to go
Less than
from
3x?
3 to 10. Yeah, but on like the entire crypto
Yeah.
market cap, like that's crazy prices on a lot of stuff.
2.8x here.
I mean, I have to say, in the last 72 hours, I've gone from wanting to sell everything that I own to full porting the most random shit back and forth multiple times. So taking a step back, it kind of tells me we may be like closer to the top than I think people think we are. But maybe that's in terms of like timing and not in terms of price action. You know, like the most violent price action which causes the blow off top, tends to happen in the last 10 to 20% of the rally. And there's an argument to say maybe we're getting there with what we're about to see. So I think there's a really good chance we're about to go a lot higher. But I think your game plan should be and my game plan should be to try and sell into that rather than like buying that momentum.
Is that,
or at least take some profits, you know, like I've taken a lot of profits,
yeah,
some this year, a lot last year, and I'm kind of just like gambling with house money now. But there are a lot of people out there who haven't taken profits and who are up big, and a lot of those people will end up round tripping. Like that is didn't raise your hand there for it. But a lot of people will, and that's just how it is, because people find it hard to sell into blood as well. So I think you're gonna just like have some profits in the bag if you're up big right now, and I think you're meant to have some decent skin in the game for what's the next move higher. And I think you're meant to sell a decent chunk into that, and then whatever, like we'll see what happens after that. But
yeah,
that's how I'm thinking about it. That's my game plan.
I'm liking this cup and handle here, Tyler, on the total 3, including BTC ETH sold.
I mean, if we pull back everything we've been like, we are LARPing if we flip bearish here on everything that we've said.
Oh, I am not flipping shit.
Like everything that we've said, like we are on now the cusp of playing out at a macro level for crypto, for Bitcoin and the crypto majors. I think.
Let's break it down.
Operating alts and memes. We have
people in the comments are asking about this coup tweet. Should we talk about that too?
Can we come back to it in a little bit? Just because like we've already went down the Trump train like for a little bit. Like the strategic reserve potentially happening.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, perhaps the rally is a little bit calmer. If it does happen, I think we grind up to 150, 250 is the cycle peak. So that puts Bitcoin at 5 trillion, now 6 trillion. So that's how you get to 10 is Bitcoin to 250. And then you have ETH, Sol, and some new memes probably filling in 100 billion or so, a few hundred billion. You have BlackRock and the Infinite Financial Advisor TWAP continuing to come out. You have a pro-crypto American environment where more funds are just broadly invested in the sector. I think that bull case is still like it's brighter than ever. So like saying that that's all like 180 changed because the Trump's launched a couple meme coins. I can't discount the entire bull case because of that.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, you see me talk in the chat. We talk every day, but I'm not capable of being bearish. I know what Ovi says, like having gone through this weekend, like the cycle of like all in to all out to all back in. It's like, you know, like you're like, oh my God, like what's going on? But I'm incapable of feeling bearishness. I think what we're seeing right now is the market's too volatile. The majors, like a lot of people are like saying, oh, Melania dropped a coin, it's top. It wasn't Melania. Like Bitcoin went sub 100K for a second yesterday from 108. Like that was a big move down. So obviously, naturally, like all our coins nuked, dude. Like, you know, all the meme coins. And then Solana now just shot back up to 275 this morning, now sitting at 255, you know, kind of ranging between 250, 260. So naturally, your memes are going to be up and down the most. Like I've seen my Farcoin swings this morning are fucking crazy. Like it's just the name of the game, right? I truly, strongly believe that this AI trade, for example, I'll just cycle it now back to AI, is going to be back in a week. We just need to chill, meaning not us, meaning not the participants in crypto, in general. We just had Trump launch, or family, right? Launch 2 meme coins, whether it's 2 different teams, I don't care, because it is 2 different teams, I'm 99% sure, right? So it's like, and now today's the inauguration. Let's wait for that. Let's see what goes on. We're all speculating, even internally, about what is he going to announce. Is he going to be free Ross? We don't even know if it's going to free Ross for real today or not. We don't even know if there's going to be a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Is that strategic reserve going to have XRP, ETH, and Sol? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe just ETH. Maybe this. Maybe that. Right? Is he, instead of doing that, is he going to announce that they're not selling the? Keep in mind, he could also do an EO that they're not selling the Bitcoin that they have remaining. I believe that's what's going to happen. My calls for today is like strategic reserve is going to be later. Is that he keeps the Bitcoin. And today freeze Ross. That's enough for me to remain bullish. Freeing Ross, even this sounds like a little thing. It's enough for me to remain bullish because that was a promise he made and he's holding the promise. So that means, oh, surely he holds the rest of the promises. So we'll see. But I think it's like too soon to call anything quits or down. I genuinely think you guys, the icons, are going to be back 2x in the next like 2 weeks. Seriously, like.
I think there's 2 pieces to what Tyler's talking about. The first is that crypto has outperformed other risk assets.
Everything.
So crypto's outperformed everything. And that is like Trump alpha. That is basically saying Like, yes, like Trump is clearly going to want asset prices to go up. Like that's just his thing. He was obsessed with stock market performance last term. He's already, so he's going to want risk assets, but he's somewhat limited by inflation. He's somewhat limited by the 10-year bond as far as what the market thinks the 10 year is going to do. Like these are all things that are going to have an impact on stocks. Because even if he gets super loose and takes interest rates to zero, 10-year could go up because people are going to be like, holy shit, this is going to be super inflationary. Like this is going to lead to an inflationary bust. That making markets go up is a bit of a tightrope. That said, there was a huge alpha piece, which is that we have a pro crypto president who said he has a price target for Bitcoin. He has this entire community by a string. They do what he wants. Like he could create a global round of people wanting to buy Bitcoin because they feel like the US is. Like these are all like just very crypto specific, like alpha oriented things. And I think there was a minute yesterday, maybe an hour, 2 hours, when that Melania token was launched, where people are like, this is not a serious person. Like, this is not someone who is legit. This is not someone who is serious. This is someone who's literally just taking us for a ride, and the world is going to start to see that. And I think that was the sentiment for 2 hours, and then we completely forgot about it. But I think there was this, and because that sentiment is destructive to that alpha piece that has led to crypto outperforming everything so aggressively. Then 3 hours later, everyone's like, wait, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, the most powerful man in the country, in the world, wants crypto to go up. Like, who cares if this feels a bit like a grift? Like, get on board, and but I think that was what happened yesterday. There was just this 2 to 3 hours where like we were all in on this token being something real. And when he launched the Melania one, there was just like, wait, none of this is real. This is all just trying to monetize his audience. That's kind of bullshit. And that's not what we're excited about. That's not kind of what we signed up for at the Bitcoin conference when he came and said that he was going to make this asset. It wasn't like that he's going to launch 2 tokens over the course of 2 days that make billions of dollars. That wasn't what we signed up for. And like, there was just a hint of like, fuck, this isn't what we wanted. And then literally 3 hours later, everyone forgot about it. But that was kind of like my read on how like the weekend went.
Yeah, I mean, I like this take that you just sent, Tyler. That's the ceremony starting. I'm curious for, and then obviously like we're going to end soon, but Jake Chervinsky saying, today marks the beginning of a dramatic shift in U.S. crypto policy. The goal is good regulation that lets 1,000 flowers bloom. The approach of the last 4 years was to kill the entire meadow. The risk now is that 1,000 scams bloom. The weeds choke out the flowers. Tyler, you just said that. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's spot on, right? So like the bull case is that good regulation, a crypto-friendly American crypto policy brings in a crypto boom, and we have an influx of builders. We have an influx of capital into the sector. The risk is that everyone does the Mark Cuban take and says crypto is a full-on scam, and it just totally lost its legitimacy, and it's never going to get it back. And like yesterday, that was like seemingly consensus, like, or at least half of the time I was saying that take, basically, that crypto is fully delegitimized.
Yeah.
And my gut reaction to that is if the president launching a meme coin delegitimizes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, then it was too fragile to begin with. Like,
yeah.
That's
Everyone's out there.
No, but Tyler, first of all, I think you're right that it's not delegitimizing because but it can also say, wait a second, this $30,000 rally we just got was maybe a little bit overdone. Like, that doesn't mean it's worth zero. Doesn't mean it's nothing. It just means like we got this huge rally because we thought that there was some serious something happening, and this weekend felt very unserious. So maybe like that's very different from saying like this recent rally maybe is a little fragile. It's very different from saying the asset class is fragile.
Sure.
And I think those are two separate statements. And again, I don't think that's true, but I think sometimes we get a little sensationalized in the way we talk about this stuff. Like, no, it's just we've just had a massive rally. Like maybe that was a little overdone again, which I bull posted this morning about Bitcoin. I rarely bull post. Like, I'm bullish, but I think that sentiment for a little while there, like especially because people had the wind knocked out of them because they were so long Trump and lost. There are good number of people who got hit pretty hard financially, and that kind of starts to skew you in very strong ways too.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. What time is the? Oh, go ahead, Tyler.
No, I was gonna say there's no nuance on crypto Twitter, right? So like I agree with your very nuanced response. Like I totally agree with that. If we don't get the crypto friendly stuff we were expecting today, I do think Bitcoin probably goes back to like 90, 95. Like I think
what time is are people expecting this stuff? When's it? Because I'm live. If you're watching us on video, this is a live stream right now. Like this is literally happening right now. You saw Trump family
church service, tea at the White House, swearing in ceremony, farewell to Biden. So like that, I think the inauguration in theory starts noon Eastern, I believe. So this is
It's
like a
not-
prequel.
well,
to that.
Oh, it's 3. Okay.
So this is like, I think this is the, or where are they? Are they, is this the rotunda or is this
At the Capitol, Washington
Okay.
Capitol. No, you
yeah,
see that
maybe-
Tim Cook
maybe.
sitting next to the Google guy. What's his name?
Yeah.
What is his name? Fucking guy who founded Google. My bad.
And then the key is after the ceremony, they go basically straight to the signing room ceremony.
For Gabriel. Yeah.
So basically, we need to know, and I haven't found a specific time of when that is. My guess is it's probably in a couple hours after
Okay.
this.
Interesting.
And then we need the live stream of what he's signing. And Bloomberg
Yeah.
like basically like released a lot of the alpha for the executive orders, but he didn't share anything crypto wise. So that's the other potential out here is if it leaks in the next couple hours of like potential bills because Bloomberg has it or something. Again, so there's a lot of volatility here in ranges of outcomes.
Zuckerberg in front row here. You have Sergey Brin and Tim Cook sitting next to each other. You have Jeff Bezos right there. There's the Zuck. There's a lot of money in that room, man. Holy shit.
The new Zuck looks like Dave Portnoy.
Dude, straight up. I want to know what watch he's sporting right now. This guy's like high tea right now, dude. Swear to God, he's like got a crazy watch collection and everything. Look at this is okay. So they put Bezos next to Zuck. Love that power move. They put Brin next to Tim Cook. It's kind of Chad, not gonna lie. Founder of Apple and fucking CEO of Apple. Sorry, CEO of Apple and next to founder of Google. It's pretty fire.
And
not gonna
Zuck's
lie.
been talking shit about Tim Cook lately. So
Yeah, they're not too far apart. So Tim Cook's like right there, like he's around there. You can't see, but it's like on the right of what's his name, the Cantor guy. That's the Cantor guy, right? Oh, Elon's there, not too far from Zuck. Dude, this room is crazy. This room is
I
stacked.
think Zuck and Elon are like back to being boys.
They're starting to, Zuck gave Elon his flowers, rightfully so, by the way, rightfully so. Bringing community notes to the platform right now. So that was good. Elon single-handedly changed the social media space as well. There's Pence. Okay, let's see what's walking in here.
Oh man.
Damn, this is like a whole thing, dude. That's crazy. Imagine being there. It could be fun. Damn.
It's a pretty big event. Yeah.
I'm just
Why didn't
looking at
Farouk get the look, man? Farouk, the chief crypto
You don't want no
interviewer.
out there, I'm not a governor yet. They want to make sure that there's, I think it's Americans only right now, So,
CEO of Decrypt Media doesn't even get the look. Come on.
God damn it, dude. Fuck. Damn it. Should have been there. Look at that. Look at, because it's interesting where they see people. Look at Bernard Arnault right there. Oh, the president of closer president of Argentina. Bernard and his son right there. There is
See?
a top
He's a
5 richest
Canadian
men on
go.
earth are there. Literally. Who's the richest man in the world? Elon, he's there. You have Bernard Arnault, top 3. Jeff Bezos, top 3. So top 3 richest men on earth are there. Zuckerberg. There's the Clintons walking in. Hillary's smiling. That's pretty rare. All right. Anyways, I'm just trying to look at which meme coin's dropping there next. I'm not gonna lie. So, wow, this is gonna be an interesting day, everyone. It's gonna be a historical day. Let's see what the markets bring. Right now, the markets are kind of selling off a little bit on the major side. So, our memes are gonna be tied to our majors guys here. Just there's no
Yeah,
other way
sure.
around it. That's really it.
Bitcoin down to 103. Damn.
Yeah.
Come on.
104.8 I see here. 105.
Oh,
Man,
let's
it's
see.
volatile.
105.
103.
Jeez.
What's your news source?
Binance.
It was just that 103, but yeah, it's back up.
I think the biggest order book there is in the game.
UN.
It did wait to 103. It looks like on Binance. So
I mean, this
Yeah.
is like honestly, my stomach is at knots.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of crime in the order books today. That they're going to be wiping out perps all day long across every order book. Just sit tight. I
Tyler,
would talk.
your stomach's in knots. Like, what are the 4 tickers that you're watching here?
This is why his stomach is in knots. And mine.
I feel comfortable in my Farcoin position. I don't really touch it because I do think the ceiling is still much higher. And if I didn't
Where
sell,
are you
the
in,
top,
Tyler?
it was up. Yeah, last time I bought Bitcoin. I bought Sol, my largest Bitcoin purchase in years, and 20x long ETH.
20x long is crazy.
20x will do it to you. That will
20x
fuck up the
is
That's not it. That's not what's giving me my stomach and knots. My stomach and knots is the uncertainty around like, are we gonna get 2 more Trump coins today?
Obama walked in. Check. Where's He walked
Wasn't
in
there-
solo. What's
Wasn't there a
the
thing about how Trump you're not allowed to monetize your presidency? So I know it's not his Trump coins, but like,
So he did it a day before the we all read that thread.
yeah.
I'm surprised.
But Barron can launch one.
That's the thing.
Does he even have a Twitter though? Like, is he on Twitter? He's not, right? So what social media channels does that come out from if he launches one? I don't believe that. I don't think there are two coins coming today. I think that's it, my opinion. But I'm just guessing. But that's what that would be my
Dana
guess.
White next to Obama.
Bush. But because they see people like, it's all, Obama didn't even get a +1. That's crazy.
He did. No, Michelle just said she's not coming.
Yeah, that's kind of
she didn't go to the funeral for Jimmy Carter either.
I'm assuming that's the Supreme Court, or I don't know. You guys are my Americans in here. Yeah.
Again,
So.
of course. Yeah.
What's the music playing up? Not bad. Interesting. I like that. Yeah, imagine being in that room. So on the left side, you have all the tech folks, right? It seems. Right side, and the DOGE, all those folks. And on the right side is ex-presidents. You have 3 ex-presidents in attendance here: Clinton, Obama, and Bush. This is well. Any crypto folks at that? Is it just? I think Keith and Ivan are there. Is that it? MoonPay folks? Or do we have some of the crypto ball folks out there?
Did Garlinghouse get the? Did he get the?
Choose Rich Nick out there.
Yo, what about that crypto ball? That looked pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I skipped over that. That the Trump coin launched during the crypto ball.
How funny is that? And they were all sidelined.
They're all sidelined, and also that there was zero mention of it. So like that was a part of the FUD too. Is like, oh, why wouldn't they talk about the crypto ball? Well, of course we're not going to talk about it, like the meme coin and the crypto ball. But anyone there totally missed the trade.
Who's this? I kind of like the fit. Who is this? I like the fit.
Do you guys think? Who here thinks we're going to get a reserve? Two-part question: are we going to get a strategic reserve announcement today? Or are we going to get one this year?
I think this year. I think no today. I think within 100 days, yes. I'll take the poly market. Yes. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree.
The poly market lines at 100 days.
Yeah. How can you can't like do it today? You may announce like an EO for it or like intentions, but you can't just like suddenly.
Well, I'm counting if he signs in. If there's an order,
right. Yeah. That could happen.
Joe Biden, Kamala's husband walking in.
So here's the nuance of these poly market lines that people aren't reading.
Let's run through that. Let's go through the lines.
To resolve, yes, it's if the government holds any amount of Bitcoin in its reserves at any point between January 1st and December 31st, 2025. So
the size of Barron, bro.
They can sign the order, but if they have not executed any purchases, then it's still no. So that is important nuance, right? Because I think Bitcoin price pumps on the news. It doesn't matter on the execution for the near term. So if it's signed in the 100 days, but they haven't bought any Bitcoin yet, which I mean, it's probably gonna take some time to spin up the operation to do that, right? Like, I don't know that I would bet that they actually have bought Bitcoin in the next 100 days, but I would bet that they have signed the order in the next 100 days.
That's so funny. YouTube just rugged our stream, but we're live on X. So just move, guys. We're on X Spaces, X live stream. We're still live. So I guess fuck YouTube. They may have rugged us because of the stream, but X would never do that to us. Look at Barron's massive, bro.
The Barron coin's gonna do very well.
This is the face of a kid that just made like $1 billion.
Oh god.
Look at that. We're live on X, everyone. We're live. We've all posted. Ovi posted. I posted. Mando posted. Everyone posted the stream. Tyler, me, like we're all. You guys can catch us live on. We're still streaming live video, right? Sims, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we're still streaming live video.
Yeah, just YouTube pulling it for some reason.
Yeah, YouTube rugged. Fuck YouTube. All my homies hate YouTube. No, that's crazy. They rugged us, dude.
I like Barron is just smirking. He's just literally standing there smirking. It's hilarious.
He's a big boy, huh? He is way bigger than everyone. Even Elon. Elon's like so man. Like, oh, look at RFK. Yo, they love RFK out there, huh? Did you guys watch the victory thing yesterday? When he announced RFK, people were cheering.
Oh, I didn't see that.
There was a victory thingy. Then he brought the village people on stage. It
Baron
was a lot.
6'9". 6'9".
6'9",
That's
yeah.
like
What?
NBA forward.
6'9".
6'9",
Oh,
6'5".
6'9".
oh, I didn't realize he was that tall. Okay.
Trump's, yeah, I have to say, I looked really little lips to Trump. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, look a little midget next to him. I think the team made me look really good on the photos. What's going on here? I'm liking the stream here. I don't have. Let me see. Let's see the calendar real quick. Oh, okay.